Separating your arms and shoulders on the downswing is really important. The moment they don't separate and move together like this, it becomes extremely difficult to square the face and also very hard to get distance. When your shoulders and arms are stuck together, you're not hitting the ball with the weight of the head, but only with the force of your torso. And it's just like me trying to generate speed like this, no matter how strong I am. It's very difficult to get distance this way. So we have to separate the arms and shoulders to be able to hit the ball straight and far. First, let me show you how to separate the arms and shoulders. We rotated the torso like this. In this state, just try throwing your arms like this. Throw your arms first and then just your hips. Try rotating like this. Our producer is a complete beginner. Let me show you how to do it. Backswing rotation. Okay, rotate like this. And in this state, just throw your arms. Right, just throw them. Right, throw them. Right, right. Throw them more. Keep going. Right, right. Good. Since you're throwing like this, your hands are going from the inside out. And the moment you throw, the moment your hands reach your chest, then we'll rotate just the lower body. Throw, right. But even now it was a bit fast. You have to throw and then rotate. Turn, throw your arms, throw, right. That's the timing. You need to think about bringing your knees together to get more rotation. One, throw, right. That's the timing. Good. Without using your upper body at all, you have to separate your arms and shoulders first. Just one more time. Turn, throw your arms. 그렇지. Good. Just like I showed the producer, we need to practice this way as much as possible. We rotate it on the backswing, then most people can manage the arm movement to some extent. Now, when moving the arms, what we need to check is whether my back is facing the target when I throw my arms. And with my back facing, that feeling of just going toward 1 o'clock. If it doesn't go toward 1 o'clock, it means you're using your upper body to throw. Keep doing it this way. If you try it, you'll see, but surprisingly, many people think their back is turned when they throw like this. Throw in this state. When you throw like this, the first thought that comes to mind is, if I hit it like this from here, I feel like I'll chunk it. A lot of people think that. Even if I swing with my back turned in this state, our hands should now go toward the ball, not this way. You should be able to throw the ball like this. You guys grab a ball and try it too. If you rotate it on the backswing, from here, instead of just throwing it away like this, you should try to hit the ball or throw it in front of the ball using your right hand. Only when your hand can move precisely toward the ball like this, the club will follow behind, creating centrifugal force in the head, and you can make the L to L motion. So the first thing to practice is, with empty hands, rotate on the backswing. Then practice throwing your arms, and once your arms are thrown, when your hands come down to your belly button, then think about bringing your right knee and left knee together. Now, if you do it with a club, at first, if you swing with your back turned, the club will keep dropping on the right side. But just like we practiced throwing the ball earlier, drop it in front of the ball, thump, thump. The feeling of throwing it in front. But with your back turned, the feeling of throwing it in front of the ball, using your hands. If you do this, even if you rotate on the backswing and hit with your back turned, you should be able to hit the ball accurately like this. The reason this doesn't work is because we used to swing with our upper body lunging forward. So even if we turn our back, the release timing is still too fast. So with the feeling of releasing a bit further forward, just copy the exact image of throwing a ball. You need to do this as much as possible so you can separate your shoulders and arms on the downswing. And only when they are separated can you really get this speed to its maximum. If you rotate it on the backswing, throw your arms with your back turned. Throw, but instead of throwing it behind, a bit more like throwing it in front. Do it with the feeling of throwing it in front of the ball. And the moment your hands come down to your belly button, throw using your right lower body, and then use your lower body. You have to practice this swing so you won't have the misfortune of hurting your back by hitting the ball with your torso strength and not getting any distance because you can't use the head weight at all. Now, many of you will also ask, do you do this with a driver too? The driver has the same timing, but the throwing timing is a bit faster. The reason is that the club is longer than an iron. So if you throw at the same timing, the driver will be a bit late. So the driver has the same throwing timing, but you hit with the image of throwing the ball toward this right foot line. Everything else is exactly the same. Now, when you go to the backswing and try to throw your arms, some people find they can't swing at all. For these people, how do the arms move until the end? Throw and fold. Thump, thump, thump. You can throw like this. But people who keep trying to extend their arms won't be able to throw. So from here, thump, fold, fold. If you relax your hands, even if I don't fold them, your arms will fold to some extent like this. Don't tense up here. Relax, thump, and try it with the feeling of drawing a circle with your hands. And likewise, with your back turned, the throwing timing is thump, throw at the right foot, thump, throw. Exactly the feeling of throwing at this right foot. If you rotate it on the backswing, throw not at the back line, but at this right foot line. Now throw it straight down at the right foot line, thump, and let the lower body follow, and try making a draw like this. Then your arms and shoulders are separated. And after that, if you shift your weight using your right lower body, that separation of arms and shoulders you found so difficult, and the separation of upper and lower body will happen. So I hope you spend as much time as possible practicing this part. If there's anything else you don't know, leave a comment and I'll read them all one by one, make a video, and answer them. That's it for today's lesson, and I'll see you in the next morning commute lesson. Thank you.